Yep. Alright, go live. Alright, thank you.
How's it going? You're Aaron.
And welcome everybody to the pregame before the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils take on your local Indiana Tech Warriors. I'm Aaron Farley here with Oscar today on camera. We're going to be back after a bit to get out the national anthem and starting lineup. Stay tuned. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings, for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner, that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans.
And we're back here at Warrior Athletic Field as the buzzer is about to sound and warm-ups will conclude. We're going to bring you to the attention of the field for the starting lineups today.
Please be required by showing respect to every spectator, student, athlete, coach, and official in today's contest. Thank you. Now we ask that you please rise and gentlemen with the caps for the playing of the national anthem. Now with the starting lineup. First for the visiting Blue Devils. Number 1, Ethan Wagner. Number 5, Trevor Domingue. Number 8, Nathan Kidwell. Number 9, Brendan Sinevere. Number 21, Josh Quallo. Number 22, Luke Gannon. Number 23, Brennan Erbach. Number 26, Jaden Carlson. Number 32, Carter Schroeder. And in goal, number 30, Dylan Porter. Lawrence Tech is coached by Shane Lewandowski. And now, the starting lineup for your Indiana Tech Warriors. A sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 4, Reese Happel. A redshirt junior from Heartland, Michigan. Number 6, Zach Spade. A senior from Chesterton, Indiana. Number 7, Kinley Highnose. A junior from Fox Lake, Illinois. Number 8, Jake Deacon. A senior from Miami, Florida. Number 24, Houston Corpus. A junior from Calgary, Alberta. Number 33, Cam Buster. A junior from Howell, Michigan. Number 35, Ryan Tedesco. A sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 77, Simon Watson. A freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 99, Luke Prohaska. And in goal, a sophomore from Lee Summit, Missouri. Number 55, Sam Park. Boys are coached by Brian Team and assisted by Brandon Snell.
All right, and we're at Warrior Park Athletic Field for the opening tip-off as the Indiana Tech Warriors are about to face off the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Starting lineups have introduced. The official is in the middle, and the face-off is about to commence. And the face-off has begun. It looks like it is controlled at the moment. It is fumbled around and controlled by Indiana Tech. Racing down the field is Jake Deacon. But it is turned over to the Blue Devils, and now it is going the other way. Ball is on the ground. Lawrence Tech is able to control it. Falls out of Nathan Kidwell's stick, and it's going the other way. Now downfield, Warriors have it. Reese Haffel, the Indiana Tech leader in assists, as it is passed around the bend. The offense sets up. 55 on the shot clock remaining. Pass around. It's in possession of Torben Agard. Now back, slung long. Couldn't get in. Ball is on the ground, controlled by Lawrence Tech and thrown the other direction. In control of Nick Gruber. And Indiana Tech gets a turnover. Going back the other way, but it's a missed ball. And Lawrence Tech is going to let it roll out of bounds. Some very loose control of the ball here early in the game. Only a minute and 15 in. And neither team has really been able to hold on to the ball early here, as Lawrence Tech will now pass it down the field. Now both these teams looking for a little bit of redemption, both coming off of losses. The Blue Devils currently 2-7 off the season, just coming off of a 7-19 loss to the number 3 team in the country, Aquinas, who Indiana Tech will be facing in only a couple of games. Indiana Tech themselves coming off a bit of a tougher loss to the number 1 overall seed Madonna and number 1 in the conference. Warriors currently ranking 7 in the country and 3rd in the conference. 8-3 and Blue Devils strike first. The first goal scored by Mason Christie, the freshman of Lawrence Tech. And the away team is the first to strike here. Back to the face-off we go. Indiana Tech coming off that loss to number 1, Aquinas. They're currently 3rd in the conference right now. Now Tech controls the face-off. It's going the other way, surrounded. Lawrence Tech gets the turnover. They force it out of the stick. Pass over. They're looking for a shot. Having to backtrack a little bit there. Loose ball, it's on the ground. Lawrence Tech trying to dive towards the goal. Takes a shot, stick block. It's rolling around and Tech controls it. Indiana Tech is taking it the other way. Little pass down the middle, trying to get over midfield. 64 on the shot clock. Little under a minute. Tech's offense in control now. Slide and a goal. The response from the Warriors from Jake Deacon. As we adjust the scoreboard, as we are standing 1-1 right now here in the first quarter. And Pump It Up playing on the radio as the Warriors certainly look pumped up, ready to try and strike again. Face off, Lawrence Tech pushed it to the Warriors side, and the Warriors are able to control it. It's Joey Meyer. Meyer flying down the field right at the moment. And a strange sound coming from unknown origins. Maybe looked like the goal sound might have been accidentally rung. A save from Lawrence Tech goalie in the number 30 jersey, Javon Salazar. Now Lawrence Tech looking for some offense. They're past midfield, trying to get further down. Now diving around, but the defense is pressing. Lawrence Tech is trying to get a pass off. They managed to find one on the right side of the field to Wyatt Salenbean. Salenbean threw it away to one of his teammates. Now controlled by the current goal scorer for them, Mason Christie. Back over to Urbas. Urbas diving towards the goal. Thinks about it again. Slides it over. Lawrence Tech with 35 on the shot clock. They take a shot. It's no good. It's going to roll out of bounds, and that is a possession for the Warriors now, as it is controlled by the sophomore Simon Watson. Past the goalkeeper and continues to fly down the field. Now past midfield in the possession of the Warriors offense. 70 on the shot clock. 9:50 left in the quarter. The excitement of the first 5 minutes has expired, and now both teams ready to put their heads down to work. Currently 1-1 on the goal score. 50 seconds on the shot clock. Torben a guard looking for work. Warriors going around the backside of the goal. Inside pass, still looking. Fumbles the ball. Ground ball. The Warriors are able to pick it up. Recovering what could have been their own turnover. Now sliding towards the goal. Shot taken, and it's in the mitt of the goalkeeper. Or the stick, I should say. Lawrence Tech goes the other way. Around and back. Long one down the field to get it over midfield. Lawrence Tech will be able to set up their offense, get out of transition. Pass over, and it's intercepted by a Tech stick. Lawrence Tech is able to pick it back up, but almost a turnover forced by the Warriors. Lawrence Tech is able to keep it in their sticks, though. As it was recovered by Andrew Haleshka. Wide shot coming out from Lawrence Tech, and that'll fall out of bounds. Looks like the officials are having a small discussion. 8:15 on the clock right now. Still 25 left on the shot clock. We'll see if they keep it with Lawrence Tech. Can't quite refer to either of these teams as Tech, with them both being technological institutions. Warriors versus Blue Devils being a little bit more accurate. The Blue Devils conveniently having a like-named team still currently in March Madness. For those of you watching who were able to see Duke sort of survive St. John's the other day. Don't know how much that busted anyone's brackets as Lawrence Tech, the Blue Devils, just as we were talking about them, they put one in the back of the net. And the score was by their leading goal scorer, Luke Gannon, who was able to get the ground ball pickup in the first place. So basically engineering that entire drive there was Luke Gannon, the leader in goals, assists, and points for the Blue Devils. And they control the faceoff and are going the other way. So the Blue Devils once again controlling the lead. And now trying to put a little bit more spice to it as they work on the offensive end. Less than a minute on the shot clock. Underswing, it's blocked. Lawrence Tech picks it back up, but it's intercepted by Tech and then dropped on the ground. He loses the stick. He's sprinting over to the sidelines. His stick broke. It looks like they're going to sub him out and quickly sub in a new one. The stick is still on the ground, shattered from the tip to the stick. The officials are going to call a stop there so they can get the stick off the ground. Lawrence Tech player Luke Gannon, who had that goal previously, actually helps the officials to get rid of the stick. Less than halfway, a little over halfway through the first quarter, and we already have one casualty. Not a person, just a stick. As Lawrence Tech will go the other way. Whistle is blown. And the crowds are cheering as Indiana Tech gets a turnover. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Morgan and Deacon. Almost lost one there. Now Morgan, the midfielder, will go back and he will sub out. Tech still, the Warriors still with it on offense. Looking to tie things up here. Gets it to Deacon. Flies it back out. Got it for Meyer. Now back to Haffel. Leader in assists for the Warriors. He's going to try and find another one here. He does not. Swings it back out. Outside pass, swing it, a goal! A goal scored by Joey Meyer, the sophomore. The sophomore attacker out of Canton, Michigan. And the music will play as the Warriors tie it up here in the first. Face off. Lawrence Tech looks to have controlled it. It will bounce away, and the Warriors will pick it up. It's picked up by Ty Lawrence, the redshirt sophomore. He's marching down the field. Passes it over to Matt Narrison. And now the Warrior offense will control it. They're going to take a shot, and it's going to deflect off a stick. We'll see if they can pick it up. They do. The Warriors do maintain possession. 58 on the shot clock. They started the shot clock and game clock a little bit late. So a little bit extra, a little dump shot. And Ryan Morgan adds to the scoreboard, and the Warriors take their first lead of the game. And what a great series of plays there from the Warriors. Controlling it, getting a score, winning the faceoff, and getting another score. And all things considered, the home crowd for the Warriors actually pretty populated today. So a lot of Warrior fans out to support their team. Decent support as well from the Blue Devils. They do have their own little end of the bench. Still pretty far out-dwarfed in the crowd size by the home team, but they can still certainly make their presence known. Official blows a whistle. Lawrence Tech controls the faceoff, and they will take it down the field, looking to tie things up against your home Warriors. Angling it around. Looking for movement, a sliding shot, no good. It looks like Lawrence Tech will continue. Trevor Donahue with it in possession. Puts the stick in his right hand away from the defender. Hustling down the field, going back to the outfield. Looks like he's trying to find a pass. Another stick broken for the Warriors. And another rapid fire substitute as Lawrence Tech gains a short advantage. It will miss the goal. Lawrence Tech maintains possession with 35 on the shot clock, 4:29 on the game clock for the first. But that is the second stick casualty for the Warriors. At this rate, they're going to run out. And then a turnover for the Blue Devils. The officials are pointing the other way. And the Warriors are coming in transition on the offensive end. In the possession of number 23. Passes it over and back to him. That's Evan Haney. A little spin move inside. Dump shot under the legs, and a goal scored by Kinley Hanout. The senior attacker from the home state as the Warriors take a 2-goal lead.
Warriors goal by number 7, Kinley Hinote. Timeout, Lawrence Tech.
Lawrence Tech calls a timeout on the end of that as they go down 2, and we will take it with them. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there are so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back as they just finished the faceoff. Lawrence Tech almost controlling it, bobbling it, almost controlling it. Officials are going to blow the whistle as a little dirty shove from the Warriors, and the Blue Devils will control after all the fuss. Long pass intercepted by the stick of the Warriors. They're trying to find it back in transition. High stick up, isn't able to grab it. And that's a turnover for the Warriors. They weren't able to get it out of transition. The Blue Devils back in possession. 4-2, a 2-goal lead for the Warriors. The Blue Devils trying to make it one less. Little pass over. Inside, it's juggled. Warriors control it. And they're going to be able to cross midfield. Jake Deacon with possession. Slides it over. Inside shot deflected by the goalie. It's up in the sky. And Lawrence Tech holds on the defensive end. What a play there by Dylan Porter, the sophomore goalkeeper. But now cheering the other way as Lawrence Tech turns it over. 2:44 left in the first. As the 82nd shot clock begins, the Warriors take it down the field. Back on offense again. They struggled early on, but they have really controlled the offensive end for about the past 2 to 3 minutes. They're on a 2-goal run. Undershot, no good this time. Dylan Porter with another save. Trying to help the Blue Devils rally against the Warrior offense. Notably so far, someone who has not been involved in the Warriors offense so far is Cam Fuster, the leader in goals and overall points with 13 assists as well for the Warriors. So far today, a little silent on the scoring end. But we'll be keeping an eye out for the junior in the number 33 jersey. The leader in goals scored for the Warriors. Currently sitting by the goal right now. Hanging in the back. It's possessed by Ryan Tedesco. The Warriors are moving around. Tedesco makes a move. He's trying to take a shot. Throws it to the back. And it's an assist for him and a goal for Ryan Morgan. Catches the pass and takes in the alley-oop. That was not a score. My apologies there. It did not hit the back of the net. From the angle, it looked like a goal was scored, but there was no bell. The Warriors are going to get another chance. You can turn the shot clock off. There's far more on it than there is on the clock of the first quarter. Warriors are going to look to try and take the last shot. 24, 23, 22. He slides down and misses wide. It stops at 20.4. The Warriors maintain possession. Fly out pass. It's bobbled by Reese Haffel. 15 seconds. Haffel makes a move to the right. Crosses over. Trying to find an angle. Less than 10. 5 seconds left. The Warriors want the last shot. They find one. Bounce shot. No good. They're not going to be able to get it in time, and that will end it. The quarter will end 4-2 with the Warriors in the lead as we go to the start of the second. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
And we're back on the field for the start of the second. Early on, the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils were able to strike first, but then later in the quarter, the Warriors went on a 3-0 run. Were able to take control of the game. Now there was a shot recently that from Oscar and I's angle looked a little bit like it did hit the back of the net. But there was no call. Maybe it was a miss. But we're going to be getting the face-off here to start the second. And it's underway. Lawrence Tech controls it in their own backfield, trying to... Another stick on the ground. This one's not broken, though. This time, a Lawrence Tech stick. And now the Warriors do score in the back of the net to go up 5-2. That's Daniel Young, the sophomore midfielder. That's his first goal of the afternoon as the Warriors take a 3-point lead. A little bit of a confusing face-off there. Lawrence Tech does control it. It looked like the Warrior on the face-off just ran away. So Lawrence Tech with the possession here. Disrupted a bit there by the defensive play of Simon Watson. Lawrence Tech still holds on, though. Shot clock at 56. Lawrence Tech controls it. Swing out pass. Low shot. No good. Trevor Donahue controls it. 50 seconds on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. He's flying around the backside of the goal. Looks for a pass. It's over the stick. And it's going to slide out of bounds. That's a turnover. Warrior ball. 14:05 in the second. As Simon slings it downfield towards Michael Livy, who seeks to give it away, but it's high, sticked up, blocked by number 18 of the Blue Devils. And it's going the other way. And now it's going the other way again as the Warriors do the same thing and get control. So far, the start of the second looking a little bit like the start of the first. Some sloppy ball handling and turnovers from both sides in a single play. Controlled by Cam Fuster at the moment. He does give it away over with teammate Tedesco. Now back to Fuster, the leading goal scorer of the Warriors. They did slide it over, and that one's going to be a turnover. Cam Fuster passed it over to his side, and it looked like it was missed by the ball handler of the Warriors and careened out of bounds. Blue Devils with it now. Pass down the field. Controlled at the moment by Brendan Chenavier. He goes toward the goal, fakes a pass, then tries to swing out a pass to the back as he darted towards the goal, and it landed in the soccer goal on the far side. Still controlled by Lawrence Tech. 58 on the shot clock. Little pass over. Undershot, and it's good. It's good. Andrew Halushka scores for the Blue Devils. And now it's 5-3 as the Blue Devils put a response on the board. And that'll end the run of the Warriors. After a 4-0 run for the Warriors to go up 5-3, the Blue Devils finally respond. A missed stick. It's Warrior ball going the other way. The Blue Devils controlled the faceoff but could not control it down the field. Now down the field, Warriors have it. Pass came out of Kinley Highnote. It went over to Fuster. Now it is in possession of Tedesco. Tedesco's going to jog around. The Warriors are setting up their offense. Torben, a guard, just got brought on the field. Missed pass. It's going to roll down the field. And the Warriors are not going to be able to control. That one's coming back the other way. A turnover from the Warriors. Blue Devils pick it up. In the stick, and he's got a break to the goal. Brendan Chenavier ducks out at the last second, passes it over to teammate Donahue. Lawrence Tech still controls it in the stick of Salenbian. Looking for a pass now. Less than a minute on the shot clock. Salenbian goes to the goal. Cross shot is good. And Lawrence Tech responding in kind as they go on a 2-0 run and keep it close here with the 7th-ranked Warriors early in the second. Score now standing at 5-4 in favor of the Warriors still. But Lawrence Tech closing the gap. Little slide out, and Lawrence Tech is going to control this one. A chance to tie it up. A jumping reception. As Lawrence Tech goes down the field. They fumble it. Indiana Tech picks it up. It's going the other way. Warrior controlled. That was Landon Compton. And he'll go over towards the bench for a sub, but what a play by the freshman. As the Warriors set up their offense, looking to try and re-extend their lead into Fuster. And you know Fuster wants to shoot. He's backing up, looking for what he wants to do here. He does fling it over. Goes to Michael Livy. Warriors keep it. 39 on the shot clock, so they'll have to go here. Sprinting over. Trying to find one. Less than 30 seconds. The Warriors look for a shot. It's deflected by the goalie. Official blows the whistle. At first he pointed the other direction, but now gives it to the Blue Devils. So ultimately resulting in a turnover. Now Lawrence Tech controls, going the other way. 5-4, a chance to tie it. Blue Devils a little bit cornered. There, and it's deflected. It's sticked out by Houston Corbas. Lawrence Tech continues to control it. He almost got his stick under it, but just couldn't quite get it timed. Went out of bounds, and Lawrence Tech maintained possession. 9:20 left in the first. The stick fumbles around. Lawrence Tech picks it back up. 30 on the shot clock. And he fumbles it. And the Warriors control it. They dump it in the stick of goalkeeper Sam Park. So they can give it away. Warriors cross midfield. Controlling on the offense in the hands of Jake Deacon. Pass over. Some aggressive defense on Kinley High Note. Goes over. Warriors trying to pick it up. They can't get it. Lawrence Tech controls it. Now another fighting for it with the stick. Lawrence Tech, they can't pick it up. Official blows the whistle. It's Lawrence Tech ball. Lawrence Tech controls it after all the fumbling. With 60 on the shot clock, 8:10 on the game clock. And a yellow flag comes out. We'll see if there is any notation of a penalty. Penalties in lacrosse normally marked by cards. But Lawrence Tech does control it. 55 on the shot clock. Blue Devils looking for a chance to tie it. It's fumbled, but there's not a Warrior in the area, so he's able to pick it back up. Being handled by Trevor Donahue. Looking for a pass, still has it. Can't find an angle, is able to slide it over. Now going for pass, crossover, wide, deflected. It was blocked by Sam Park and got knocked out of the park. Blue Devils control it though with 60 on the shot clock. Shot comes in, the Warriors get control of it, and Park will take it out of the goal. That penalty earlier was a penalty on Indiana Tech's Jacob Myers. So Lawrence Tech still currently with a man advantage on the field. And now the Warriors unable to get it across midfield, so Lawrence Tech controls it again. Now the minute is almost over. So the Warriors extra man should be coming back on the field. But it's currently 65 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils, who have controlled it most of the half, but that will end as it's a net save from Park. He's able to get it in the back of his stick, and the Warriors control it. Trying to go down the field. They cross midfield this time. He's tripped up. The flag comes out. Whistle blown. That one might go on Lawrence Tech. The official not happy with what he saw there. 6:22 on the game clock, 61 on the shot clock. Warriors maintain possession, and it'll be a downfield offensive possession for your Indiana Tech Warriors. Brought out by Jake Deacon. Pass over to Morgan. Slid over. Colin Howard on the field right now. Howard with it currently as well. Slides it over. Back to Morgan. Morgan to Deacon. Deacon over to Meyer. Meyer already has one goal in the game. Pass it over to Fuster, who is on the field. You know Fuster wants to take the shot, but he's not afraid to assist. Warriors passing around, 50 on the shot clock. Shot taken by Morgan. It goes wide. Warriors maintain possession, though. Joey Meyer will bring it up. Less than 50 to go. 45 on the shot clock. Warriors looking for a shot. It's currently Deacon with it. Deacon, he's trying to make a move. Now in the possession of Howard. Howard took a shot and landed it in the stick of the goalie, Dylan Porter. And Lawrence Tech controls it. The Warriors with a chance to expand to a 2 lead. Lawrence Tech with a chance to tie, but no goal has been scored in almost 3 minutes. As for what has been so far an action-packed game, there's been quite a scoring drought here recently. Lawrence Tech seeing if they can end the drought. They are going to get a shot, and they get it to go. And we are all tied here at Warrior Athletic Field. Lawrence Tech, who has trailed by as much as 3, evens it up. They have controlled the second quarter past the first minute. And we will meet back in the face-off in the center. Lawrence Tech controls it. They've been doing great on the face-offs recently. The Warriors have not won any of, I believe, the last 3 face-offs. As Lawrence Tech slides it over, it's picked off by the Warriors, and they're able to control it. This one's going to go the other way. Sliding pass over. Controlled by the Warriors. They go down. There's a sliding shot from a guard. He misses wide, and it'll go back to the Blue Devils as Porter, controls it from the goal. We got 2 goalies with a P in the last name. We got Park versus Porter. Both have put up pretty good games so far today with multiple great saves. Porter has done very well on his end, though. And Dylan Porter, actually, this has been a seasonal trend for him. He's been a great saver on the season. But just as we mentioned that, Sam Park gets an answering save. Warriors control it. But Dylan Porter so far with 136 saves coming into the game. He has only added to that since then as the Warriors control it down the field. We'll do a quick stat check. See what he's at currently. Currently the save total is 9-5 in favor of Lawrence Tech's Porter. That would put him at 145 on the season at the current moment. .36 on the shot clock. Warriors still controlling it. Trying to break the tie here. Shot was taken by Ryan Morgan. It goes wide. Warriors still control it, but less than 30 seconds on the shot clock. A guard trying to find a move. Pass it over to Deacon. Pass back to Morgan. Morgan takes a shot and it deflects off the crossbar. Warriors still control it now with more time on the clock in the hands of Fuster. Looks like Fuster's going to take his shot. He misses. Tries to scramble to pick it back up, and he will. So Fuster controls it. That's the first shot he's taken in the game. Warriors still control it. 40 on the shot clock. Slides over. The Warriors still controlling it. Jumping shot from Fuster. It slides over. The Warriors will control it. They've been at the offensive end for over a minute and have had multiple shot clock resets. But the Warriors just cannot get past the wall of Dylan Porter at the current moment. Inside shot. The Warriors are trying to create an opening. And Lawrence Tech, they get a stick slap. Warriors keep it alive. He got knocked out of the stick of Jake Deacon, but he managed to get back a hold of it. It goes out of the stick. A little pushover. And the officials call a push from Lawrence Tech. The Warriors continue possession. Less than a minute on the shot clock, but it's reset again. Almost 2 minutes the Warriors have had offensively now, and they convert it. It's a goal! And your Indiana Tech Warriors break the tie at last. Scoring for the first time since the start of the second as Jake Deacon puts another one on the back of the net. Face off. There's a fight for it, a scramble. A Lawrence Tech player goes flying. But the Blue Devils gain control again. The Warriors just getting beaten at the face-off. And a timeout is called with less than a minute remaining on the game clock, and we'll take it with them. Lawrence Tech calls a timeout, and we will be right back after this break.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back out of the timeout. 52.1 seconds on the clock with a Lawrence Tech possession. As the Warriors are going to try to play some defense here to keep their lead going into the half. Game clock currently less than the shot clock. You can basically turn it off now. We're looking only at the game clock, 40 seconds to go. Lawrence Tech going to try and take a final shot. A bit of a daring pass there. As the crowd is chanting, passes coming out. Lawrence Tech still circling the wagons here. Blue Devils, they take a ground shot, it goes wide. Lawrence Tech will maintain possession with 16 and a half seconds to go. And another timeout. It looks like this one taken by the Warriors. We'll keep it here for this one. As both teams are really considering what they're going to do here early. but so far the Blue Devils still keeping it very close against the home team, the Indiana Tech Warriors. The Warriors currently with only one conference loss to the #1 overall seed in Madonna, which happened last week. The Warriors trying to redeem themselves off that loss. Now, so far, the Warriors third in the conference while being 7th ranked nationally. There are 3 teams in the top 7. There are 3 WAC teams in the top 7 nationally. And you can go even further than that as the Warriors have a win over the Taylor Trojans while they were the number 8 seed, who, while normally not a part of the WAC, are a part of the WAC in lacrosse, as it is not a sport every school has. So Indiana Tech with a quality win and loss in the conference, trying to look to avoid their first unranked loss. And the Lawrence Tech bench erupts in fury as they score with a foul on the field. That looked like an and one in basketball. And we'll see what the result of it is here. Lawrence Tech ties it with 8 seconds left to go and has a man advantage for the last 8. Pfeiffer in the center. Lawrence Tech controls it. Gets a little out of control. Still fighting for it. No one can pick it up. And the buzzer rings before the ground ball's even secured. And that'll end it for the half. We're all tied here. 6-6 at halftime between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics, and we'll be back after this halftime break.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change, and depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2, and he's one of the professors that teaches it, and he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utangsu and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
And here we are about to come into the start of the second half here at Warrior Athletic Field with only 15 seconds left on the clock. And so far, a low-scoring defensive game between the Warriors and the Blue Devils. As we get ready, face-off in just a moment here. You can see the officials and the players coming to the center field. As we're ready to get back under action. The Warriors took over early in the first, able to build up a 3-point lead at about the start of the third, the start of the second. We're starting the third now. But a 3-point lead built up at the start of the third, and then Lawrence Tech slowly came back. They were able to tie it all the way back up over the second, and Lawrence Tech really controlled the second for the most part. The Warriors weren't able to win almost a single faceoff, and that continues as Lawrence Tech wins the faceoff once again. And they have been killing the Warriors on the faceoff here. And a big deal, really, because unless the Warriors can turn them over, either you score or you turn it over. But if you score, you get another face-off and another chance to put another one in. And Lawrence Tech has just been killing the Warriors on that end. Most of the Warriors' points have come off of conversions from turned over balls and a stick up, and it's saved. A strong save by Sam Park, who's played very well so far in this game. Defensive game, both goalies standing tall here. And a little dump shot, it goes in. The Warriors controlled the lead once more, 7-6. And they play the music as the Warriors celebrate the early score. That was Reese Haffel, leader in assists for the Warriors, but not afraid to get in dirty and get a little score himself. Warriors lead 7-6. Right before the end of half, with more time on game, less time on game clock than shot clock, the Blue Devils were able to put one in and tie it before halftime. A close game between the number 7 overall seed and the unranked Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The Warriors do get a turnover after another one face-off from Lawrence Tech. And now going back down the field, they were able to cross midfield. 60 seconds on the shot clock. 13:25 on real clock. We're in the third quarter here. Final half of the game. And the Warriors are going to see if they can extend their lead. Passing continues to abound. Morgan wants to drive. He passed it inside. Shot no good. Warriors keep it controlled. 35 seconds on the clock. They're going to pass it. It's over in the hands of Fuster. But then we'll go back to a guard. A guard looking to take a shot. Takes a little bounce shot on the ground, and it goes nowhere. 23 seconds left. Warriors keep possession. Reese Haffel inbounding. Moved by Morgan. Warriors take a shot. No good, and scooped up by Lawrence Tech. They'll get their first drive back of the game in the second half, as they will cross midfield and set up their offensive end. Lawrence Tech continuing to pass it around. They swing it outside. It's bounced up. They're having a little bit of trouble controlling it. Finally is reeled in by Salenbean. Now at the backside of the goal. Pass back out to Chenavier. Almost turns it over. There's a scramble for the ball. Who's going to pick it up? The Warriors do. It's a turnover. And the Warriors control it as Fuster takes it to the other end. Sliding shot from Deacon. It's blocked. Blocked once again by goalie Dylan Porter, who's put up an exceptional performance so far and really kept the Blue Devils alive in this game. Oh, and a shove in the back. The flag goes out. Multiple. Everybody saw that. The officials are having a conversation in the center. They're going to decide just how much they're going to reward the Warriors for that one. That was a big push in the back in the midfield from Lawrence Tech. So the Warriors looking like they're going to have a man advantage here. We'll see who was taken out. As the Warriors set up their offense and are going to be looking for a shot. They have the numbers advantage. A little bobble there from Tedesco. Warriors go inside. Tedesco. 50 seconds on the shot clock. Warriors control it. Little dump in the center. Shot goes wide. Tedesco will pick it up for another round. 44 seconds on the shot clock. Swing around. Deacon takes a shot. No good. Picked up by the Blue Devils. It's going the other way. The penalty was on Lawrence Tech's Nathan Kidwell, an illegal body check. That minute should be expiring here shortly. It was only a 1-minute penalty. And that one will be a turnover for Lawrence Tech. Pass went a little too wide and crossed the boundary line. Warriors take it out. The middle is open as Tedesco strolls down the field, pretty uncontested. The midfielders of Lawrence Tech not putting up much of a fight, preventing him from getting there. Pass around for the Warriors. They make a quick line change, little substitution. 3 new Warriors onto the field. Now currently possessed by Kinley Highnote. Pass inside, swing it back out to Deacon. Deacon swings it out to Fuster. Fuster falls on a knee. He's going to keep running, puts his back in the way. Tries to take a shot, nothing there. Lawrence Tech is not letting Fuster have anything, as the Blue Devils will control it the other way. Only the second shot of the game that Cam Fuster has taken. But he was on his back when he was shooting it. And didn't get a clean look. This one's going to go the other way. Lawrence Tech turns it over. So far, the Warriors winning the turnover battle pretty handily. But they have been losing the faceoffs and a little dump off, a goal. It's Ryan Tedesco, number 35. As the Warriors once again have a 2-point lead. So far, no one on the field has more than one. The Warriors, Meyer, Deacon, Haffel, and Morgan, with notable others, all have one. On the Lawrence Tech end, Christie, Halushka, Schnever, and Salenbean, all with one apiece as well. Now, Mason Christie of Lawrence Tech is leading in contribution to points, as he does also have some assists. Warriors are able to recover it, and it's going the other way. So a 2-point lead for the Warriors with a chance to extend it going down the field. That's Luke Prohaska. Possession there, gives it over to Deacon. The Warriors continue to control. Tedesco, who had that goal a second ago. Pass it out in the stick of Fuster now. He's looking for a shot, doesn't find one. Pass it over. Deacon bobbled it. Deacon's trying to control it. He gets it back. It looks like he's looking for a pass, trying to make some room for himself. Falls over, loses it out of the stick, and it's a turnover from Deacon. The Blue Devils possess it. Deacon ran around to find something and instead slipped on the ground and lost the ball from the stick. And a great save. All-out effort by Sam Park. Warriors control it the other way. Sam Park. He had a melee range block. Lawrence Tech forces a turnover. Oh! And Simon Watson handles the stick like a man. Knocks it away. And takes it back. Now over on the other end, the Warriors did turn it over. So Blue Devils possess it. It's going to be brought out by A.J. Leitz. Or the pass is actually going to swing over to A.J. Leitz. He's going to yeet it down the field. And it's in the mitt of Kidwell, who passed it over to Gannon. Leading seasonal scorer for the Blue Devils, looking for another one. Gannon has it once more. Another slide over. The Blue Devils are able to get it. The shot came out. It missed. And so far, Park has stood on business in this second half. Less than 5:30 to go and still hasn't allowed a goal in the quarter. The referee's hat came off. I don't know if that just flew off or if he threw it on the field, but there are multiple flags out. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the Warriors. We'll see what the call is. The Lawrence Tech crowd at the game calling for Watson to be taken out with a penalty. It does look like that will be the case. Lawrence Tech will have a man advantage. It's a 6-on-5. Still waiting on the shot. The good comes out. Park gets a save. Lawrence Tech's going to control it again, though. The Warriors can't fight the rebound. The whistle is blown, though. The Warriors control it. They're going back the other way. Trying to cross midfield. He heaves it down the field after the press defense, and it goes right into the stick of Lawrence Tech's A.J. Leitz, who has it once again. Big turnover there from the Warriors. They can't clear it past midfield. They're missing a player. Blue Devils offense on the other end of the field. Timeout called. It looks like it's taken by the Warriors. And we will take a short break with the timeout on the field.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back as we resume play here. Lawrence Tech controls it on the Warrior end of the field. Less than 60 on the shot clock. Pass is coming out. Lawrence Tech trying to put a dent in the Warriors' 2-point lead. Bounce shot, no good. Lawrence Tech's going to keep it. It'll be Luke Gannon to inbound. Passing over. The Blue Devils selecting their shot. Not quite finding it yet. Long one. They're trying to take a close range one. It bounces out. No good. They're able to get the second attempt, and it's a good goal for the Blue Devils. A 1-point lead now for the Warriors. The Blue Devil crowd trying to mock the music system of the Warriors. Singing Pump It Up for their own players, as that is the song that the Warriors team plays when they score. We've heard it twice this quarter, waiting to hear it again. The Blue Devils control it once again. The Warriors have gotten killed on the face-off. They have not been able to control a face-off since the first quarter. The Blue Devils' ability to play defense with their star goalie, and they tie it up. The Blue Devils regained their momentum and tied it up with 3:08 to go in the third. And the Warriors are struggling. Overall, playing pretty good offensively, but they haven't been able to control a single face-off. The Blue Devils get another one. Ethan Wagner, the face-off specialist. Is destroying the face-off players for the Warriors, as he has been able to get so many of these easily. Lawrence Tech controlling it again. Lawrence Tech countering the good offensive play of the Warriors with good defense and spending most of the game with control of the ball. And this is what winning the face-off over and over again can do. You simply control the ball for the majority of the game. We'll see if there's a time of possession clock, but I would imagine it would be pretty heavily in favor of the Blue Devils. It's deflected away. Blue Devils can't get it. It's going the other way. Warriors possession. Almost intercepted, and it is. There's a fight for it. Ball's on the ground. Warriors are trying to pick it up. It's flying everywhere, and that's going to be an easy. Oh, he still fumbles it. The Blue Devils finally pick it up. After all that hubbub, the Warriors finally get an offensive drive, and they turn it over within 10 seconds. Little stick out. The Warriors, they're going to be able to get a control here. Deacon with it. So the Warriors, slightly less time on the shot clock than the game clock. The Warriors could hold for a late shot. It is tied. If they can get a successful goal here, they could lead into the fourth with a 1-point lead. But the Warriors are going to have to select carefully. They could also speed this up and try to speed up the game. They almost got a good move there from Reese Haffel. He turned around at the last second. Deacon picks it up, flings it over. They're looking again. A little bobble. Finally controlled by Meyer. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Haffel wanted to try it. Goes over to Tedesco, and he misses wide. Warriors keep it. 26 on the shot clock, 40 on game clock. The Warriors can try and hold for a late shot. They can't get the last one, but they can try and hold for a late one. The Warriors just worried about getting a good shot. A little bit of a stumble there. They get it back. Flings it over and it's scored! Tedesco with another one. Ryan Tedesco breaks the tie. And this time the music does cue. We've got a guy doing the worm on the sidelines. As the Warriors back in control with a 1-point lead. 19.3 to go. Warriors by 1. Face off in the center. Face off is stuck. It's in the air. Are the Warriors finally going to be able to get one? They're shoving for it. They want the control, and they pick it up. The Warriors win their first face-off since the first quarter. They're going to get a final shot. It's taken. It's wide. No good. We go to the fourth. Warriors with a 1-point lead. And that'll end the third quarter. We'll be back. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics. I'm Aaron Farley here with Oscar, and we will be back for the final 15 in a moment.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors, because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations, especially once you get out of college. You definitely want to put them down as like references, and if you have a better personal relationship, it just makes the whole learning experience go smoothly.
Not just because it's like this level of college. Hit summary.
Then only won 7. There's been 20 face-offs. They've won 13.
And we're back here at the start of the fourth. They are underway. And going into the final quarter, we've got a 1-point lead for the Warriors, and they have the ball. Looks like they were able to get another face-off win there. The Warriors, the story of the game so far, the Warriors able to do well on the offensive end, but have really been struggling with the face-offs, and the Blue Devils defense has done enough to keep the game close, and their offense converting in critical times, able to tie the game up multiple times. The Warriors, though, with a critical goal at the end of the third to make it a 1-point lead with a chance to extend it in the fourth. But the struggles on the face-off have been the story of the game for the Warriors. Only 7 for 20. Now, there's no time of possession clock in Lacrosse, but it's a pretty easy bet that Lawrence Tech is certainly winning in that category. They have controlled the game for most of it. They have controlled the offensive possessions. The Warriors, up until the final one before this quarter, had not won a faceoff for almost 2 full quarters. Their 6 faceoff victories beforehand, all coming in the first. Now Fuster with it over to Tedesco. Warriors with control. Looking for a shot, and they convert. The Warriors put their lead back to 2. Torben Agard. And the roster of scorers today just continues. The Warriors getting contributions all around, but still notably, none on the goal score again from Caleb Fuster, their leading goal scorer on the season. Lawrence Tech has been doing an excellent job on coverage of Fuster. Now Lawrence Tech back to their ways, winning another faceoff. This is how they've kept themselves in the game. Can they do it again? It's 10-8, final quarter. Less than 13 minutes. We're at 12:55 right now. Less than 60 on the shot clock. Train in the background. That is not the game horn. That is an actual train. It is very loud. Lawrence Tech still controlling it. 35 to go. They're trying to take a shot. A little bit of fumbling. Indiana Tech's interrupting it with a stick, and they get it. A turnover that the Warriors possess. The Warriors riding some momentum here late, trying to regain control of the game. A 2-point lead back on, and the ball. They can extend this to 3 if they can get a shot to go here. And Tedesco was looking to make a move for it, but passes it over to his teammate Jake Deacon. Little move. Warriors roll. And Deacon puts it in the back of the net. The Warriors' lead is at 3. The Warriors have taken over in the start of the 4th. Jake Deacon puts it in the back of the net. A timeout on the field from Lawrence Tech. The Warriors celebrating on the sideline. And pump it up once again, playing. 11:39 to go. Warriors by 3. And they are feeling excited now. We'll keep it here as play is going to resume pretty shortly. Lawrence Tech trying to take just a breather to try and stymie a little bit of that Warriors momentum. But the Warrior lead has never been over 3 this game. The Blue Devils have brought it back and tied it every time. Can they do it again? It's been a very back and forth game the entire way. And the Blue Devils have controlled it for the most part. The Warriors have been able to find their way to control the faceoff once again. They've been getting possessions, and they've taken back a 3-point lead. But the Blue Devils have controlled a lot of these later parts of halves. We'll see what they can do. As the 4th continues to wind down, It's a fight for it. Trying to see who gets it. It looks like it's the Blue Devils. And it is. The Blue Devils possess it after the scrum, and it's intercepted by the Warriors. They're going down the other way. It went right into the stick. Fuster takes a shot. Fuster scores. The Warriors have their largest lead of the game. They have taken over here in the fourth. Their leading goal scorer on the season, Cam Fuster, finally breaks the silence in this game and puts one in the back of the net. And the Warriors are feeling it now. Not even 20 seconds had come off the clock. And the Warriors are going to get the face-off. A little bit of a stumble for it, but they're still going to control it. A Warrior possession again. They can extend it to 5. The Warriors with their largest lead of the game. Dominating here early in the fourth. And this is what you want to see if you're the home crowd who is a little bit more into it now. The 7th-ranked team in the country finally taking control late. A low block. Lawrence Tech is going to regain it. Dylan Porter with another save to add to his roster. Lawrence Tech is past midfield, but struggling a little bit to get around the Warrior defense. As the wind picks up a little bit, getting a little bit more nippy in the booth here. Blue Devils control it. In the stick of Gannon. Sliding shot, and Christie misses just to the left of the goal. They do maintain possession, 34 on the shot clock. Less than that now. We're under 10 minutes to go. Blue Devils control. Another shot, this time out of Shenavier, and this time it bounces off of Park, goes wide, 23 on the shot clock. Blue Devils still with control. They might take the whole shot clock here. Another one to run around. A sliding shot, no good. Blue Devils still control. The shot clock resets. They've got time, but they don't have the ball. They're trying to control it. A little pass out. It's blocked out. The Warriors trying to get it back. Penalty called across the midfield. Warrior ball. 9:15 to go. And the defense taking over too for the Warriors. Lawrence Tech, all that they could find in the first 3 quarters, they have found none of it now. Now, so far, the Warriors have done very well at the start of every quarter, with the exception of the first. But Lawrence Tech had controlled it later. Warriors off to their hottest start currently in the quarter. Another save out of Dylan Porter. The Warriors with their hottest start of any quarter. Led by 1 going into it. Lead by 4 now. But Lawrence Tech every time has controlled it and tied it back up or made it close. 8:22 to go. Less than that now. Blue Devils with the ball, trying to see if they can do it again. The Warriors haven't been able to add to their lead so far. Now for comfortability, the Blue Devils are going to want to hurry their offense. Shot there, no good. It's saved by Park. Sam Park has put on a performance today. After allowing 24 goals against Madonna in the previous game, Only 8 so far for the Blue Devils. Now that is the difference between the 2-7 Blue Devils and the #1 overall ranked Madonna. So there is certainly a difference in metrics there, but still a greater performance. Oh, and what a shot! What a shot by Trevor Donahue, the junior midfielder for the Blue Devils. And they put one on the board for the half. And what a shot by Donahue. He was on his back and spun around and swung it in. Close range, but he was guarded intensely and was still able to convert it there. Blue Devils win another face-off. Their face-off specialist, Ethan Wagner, who has just had a day. A scramble for the ball. Warriors, they're able to pick it up. The Warriors control it. It's Jake Deacon. It's going the other way. And they're down the field, trying to score in transition. Wide open shot, and it's a goal. Fuster's got 2. The Warriors respond in kind. It's a 4-point lead once again. And there is celebrating on the sidelines. The Warriors are all dancing. The junior leading in score. He had 29 going in. He's got 31 now. Cam Fuster's got 2, both in the 4th. Warriors are going to control the face-off. It's been a minute, but they're back. Ty Lawrence with it, running down the field. Sprinting, takes a shot. It's another goal. Ty Lawrence. Ty Lawrence scores it. 14-9. The Warriors have taken over. 5-point lead, largest lead of the afternoon. He controlled the face-off and ran it all the way in. No one even halted him. And the Warriors turn him over again. Blue Devils got control of it, got all the way to the other end. But the Warriors, with some stick work, knocked it out, turned him over. Sam Park got it the overway, now shoves to the ground. There's a squall for it. Blue Devils pick it up. There's no call at first. It looks like there will be. We'll see who it's on and who maintains it. It looks like it's going to stay with the Blue Devils, but we'll have to see here. The officials are going to have a little meeting about it. 6:12 to go. 5-point lead for the Warriors, their largest lead of the afternoon. It is blue ball. No, it is Warrior ball. That's a turnover foul. Jake Deacon takes it the other way. And there's a man advantage for the Warriors as well. They're selecting their shot. Shot goes wide. Bit of an ill-advised one there for Ryan Morgan. Not really a clean shot on the goal, but the Warriors do keep it. 5:30 left to go for the Warriors. And time is ticking in this game. Swung over. Deacons got it. And they put it in the back of the net. A goal for Colin Howard, number 88. Warriors by 6. And for all the struggles in the first 3 quarters, the momentum is completely in favor of your home Indiana Tech Warriors. They have silenced Lawrence Tech with 5:14 to go. Face off. Warrior falls, but he'll win it anyway. Tripped up. No call so far. Still a scrum for the ball. Some pushing around. It looks like it's going to go for the Blue Devils. They'll call it on the Warriors. 4:55 to go. Down by 6. Blue Devils looking to put something on the board here. They'll have to hurry up their offense if they want to have time to stay in this game. They're down by 6. They're taking a little too much time on their shot selection. Whiffed, a push. That'll be on the Warriors. Whenever they stop the ball, it'll be a man advantage for the Blue Devils. So there will be one less. The Warriors will be down a man on the defensive end. Lawrence Tech will control it. Tried to take a ground shot, got deflected out. Lawrence Tech keeps it. 48 seconds. Almost at 4 minutes left in the game. Going a little wide. Lawrence Tech is taking a little too much time on this shot. Still passing around 30 seconds on the shot clock. Inside, good swing, deflected by Park. And dumped into his mitt. It's fumbled around. Goes the other way, Warrior ball. And the Warriors control it here. Going the other direction. Less than 3:30 in the game. Ball controlled by Indiana Tech. On the offensive end. Ryan Tedesco with it now. He's scored already. Most of the Indiana Tech offense has so far. No one having a lot of goals on the game, but Indiana Tech has spread out their goals well and have put 15 on. Let's take a look at some stat leaders real quick. As Jake Deacon leads the Warriors in goals with 3, Fuster and Tedesco running up with 2 apiece. For Lawrence Tech, Shanavier with 3 and Halushka with 2. At the current moment, Haffel and a guard splitting the lead for the Warriors in assists, and Gannon, the leading scorer for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, actually leading them in assists right now, not goals. But he is also their statistical leader in assists. Not uncomfortable with sharing the ball as well. Swung shot, it goes wide. Warriors will keep control with 2:42 left to go. They can drain a lot of clock here. The Warriors are going to try and hold on for a shot, or they're not. Deacon's just going to fling one. The Warriors keep control. 2:32 left to go, 51 on the shot clock. And a bounce shot goes wide. 41 seconds on shot clock, 2:22 in the game. Bounce shot. This one goes in Porter's stick. So Dylan Porter able to get a save there and control it for the Blue Devils. About to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go. Here at Warrior Athletic Field, the Warriors ahead by 6. They're starting to hear the music now. As the clock is ticking, a great save by Park. Lawrence Tech is able to get it back, and they're able to put it back in the net. A goal for Lawrence Tech. It cuts the lead to 5, and they enter double digits. So Lawrence Tech puts one in, wins the faceoff immediately. Their faceoff specialist, Ethan Wagner, just doing what he does. They almost got another one there. They're fighting for the ball. There's a scramble at the net. A foul is called. And 27 of the Warriors ejected for a moment. Landon Compton, the freshman, foul called on him, so he'll be out. That goal on the end by Lawrence Tech was another one scored by Andrew Halushka. Less than 1:30 to go. Warriors by 5. But the Blue Devils with the ball. The coach of the Blue Devils out on the field right now. The official trying to explain the call. Now they're talking with the stands. It looks like there might be players from both sides sitting. It looks at the moment like the Warriors are missing 2 and Lawrence Tech is missing 1, and they're able to convert. So Lawrence Tech rallying. 15-11, Warriors by 3, 1:14 to go. The music the Warriors were starting to hear, starting to get a little bit quieter. As now urgency suddenly returned. And this faceoff will be big, and it's immediately won by Lawrence Tech. A stick slash. Warriors control it. Zach Spitz is able to gain control. He's been the best for the Warriors at creating turnovers and picking up ground balls, and he gets a crucial faceoff here. The Blue Devils, who have been killing the Warriors in the faceoff all game, the Warriors can just hold on. All they have to do is play keep away. More time on the shot clock than the game clock. Deacon with it. trying to run it out. Pass over the middle. It was almost intercepted by Lawrence Tech. That would have been big. Warriors control it. They're trying to hold on to it. Passing it around. The defense is getting aggressive from Lawrence Tech, but not enough. They know the time has come. Even with the close at the end, there's just too much of a goal differential. They got it down to 4, but that will be it. As the Warriors come away with a victory on their home turf. They're able to beat the Blue Devils by 4 in the end. 15-11 your final score. And a great game. That game was back and forth for the entire game. And what a great game from number 8 of the Warriors, Jake Deacon, the junior attacker, with 3 goals on the day, putting up a great performance. And how about both of the goalies on both sides? Dylan Porter and Sam Park both getting handfuls of saves there. Porter with 19, Park with 12. Many crucial ones, but the Warriors able to get their get back on the faceoffs and control it in the end. It's 15-11, a victory for the Warriors. That'll be it for us at the athletic field. Thank you for tuning in, and we encourage you to check out more from Indiana Tech Athletics and Summit City Sports. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics. Tuning out, that'll be all for the day. From Aaron Farley and Oscar, and we'll see you guys later.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.